Hey folks, Justin from Tackle Tactics, out in some lumpy stuff today. It is a little bit rough, but snapper don't mind a bit of water movement stirring up the bait and stirring up the bottom. They also don't mind a bit of rain. So we've had a fair bit of rain lately, and snapper are one of the first species to fire up as the water starts to clear up a little bit. They'll be in here, they'll be hunting in amongst the rocks and rubble, and today we're going to be targeting them on Jerk ShadZ, so jerkbait style plastics. We'll talk through some techniques, some rigging, and hopefully get stuck into a couple of snapper. Fish on. Yep. Oh yeah. Get out of there, mate. Yep. Oh yeah. Get out of there, mate. Oh, smoked. That was a good fish. Picked it up over the top of the rock. I've got to get on them a bit more. I've got to get a bit more brutal and stop those guys. I've got another rod, so I'll pick it up and change it up. All right, that was an absolute smoking by that fish. Probably not a lot I could have done about it, but the next one I'll really get stuck into him. So I'm just pinching a HeadlockZ HD Jighead out of my flatty value pack. Lots of good sizes in there for general estuary stuff. And I like a 2.0 hook in that 3.75 inch streak. So got a 15-pound hard Armour leader, and I'm just tying on this 1/4 ounce 2.0. That's going to give me a long cast. And in the more turbulent conditions, it'll give me a little bit of control and a good connection to the plastic. Plastic wise, 3.75 inch streaks. And that's one of my favorite colors, Shiner. It's a real nice natural baitfish color. But in the tackle block here, we've got a bunch of different colors in case we need to change it up. From our natural colors like this Shiner right through to the Nuke Chicken Glows and those sorts of things, real bright colors, Coconut Ice Glow, all those snapper favorites. So that's on nice and straight. We'll see how it swims in the water. With those jerkbait style profiles, that long slender tail, it's worth spending a little bit of time just to get them swimming nice and straight, and then we'll get the bites. Oh, there's a giant school of baitfish right at the front of the boat here. There's a big school of bait holding, and oh, you talk about matching the hatch. This Shiner in that 3.75 inch streaks matches that bait beautifully. So the reason this bait's hanging around this boat, potentially it's trying to get away from whatever's down there eating it. So we've matched the hatch, we put some scent on there. We just got to get that lure out there, throw some big long casts, fan our casts around the boat over the rubble, and fingers crossed we can find ourselves a snapper. Yep. Get out of there. I'm a little fella, but oh down, lure rattle. Where there's smoke, there's fire, they say, but oh, come on. He's fired up. Get out of there, mate. Get out of that rough stuff. Come on, buddy. All right. Using that power of that black mamba to muscle him out of there. 2 to 4 kilo black mamba. New ITX CB, beautiful smooth reel, real nice light reel. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Oh, come on, mate. Just come up and in the net. In the net. There we go. That's what we're looking for, you beauty. That is a cracker snapper. Very good. I'll just spot lock us there so that we stay in the area where we caught that fish, and we'll have a bit of a look at him. Real nice smooth reel, that ITX CB, nice and light. Makes it fun to fish and fun to fight guys like this one. So that's a beautiful snapper. We went back to that natural baitfish color. As that tide's pushing up and in, that water's clearing up a bit. So I thought we're mixing it up between the two. We've got that 4-inch center Jerk ShadZ and that 3.75 inch streaks. That's the Shiner color, which is one of my favorites, a real natural baitfish color. almost translucent sort of pearl belly, and the back of that is a green color, but it's also UV. If you hit it with a UV torch, you'll see the UV pop in that. So that is a beautiful snapper. There you go, that's an absolute beautiful fish. You only really need one fish like that to make a session, you know. You come out here, you work a bit. We've caught a bunch of smaller fish as well, and that nice trev that put a good bend in the rod, but a snapper like that makes the session absolutely worthwhile. That's a beautiful fish. That jerk shad profile is perfect for snapper. We got a bit of wind, a little bit of rough, but that thing will just glide down on the light jig head. Snapper picks it up and away we go. So really, really good fun. Pinned beautifully on that 1/4 ounce 2.0 HeadlockZ HD Jighead. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. That's how we like them to eat it. If you feel the bites, often it's not as good a fish. If you don't feel the bites and they just go like that, it's often a good one. Come on, buddy. Got to get that head turned. Get him away from that rubble. So much fun chasing these guys. We could fish some heavier gear, but it's pretty good fun on the light stuff. This is 2 to 4 kilo. Got a TT red belly on here, 2 to 4 kilo. 2500 Ceymar HD. If you're looking for bang for buck in a reel, these Ceymar HD reels have been faultless, and they're beautiful, and they're an awesome price point. Not an expensive reel, but man, they're smooth, they're light. Oh, come on, buddy. Just fishing 8-pound braid, 10-pound leader. That's that larger profile again. That's the 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ. Coconut ice glow. That 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ is just a perfect size. Flatties love it, trevally love it, snapper love it. Brilliant for all your river and estuary stuff, and perfect for shooting down into deeper structure and rubble and that sort of thing. I can see some leader. Come on, buddy. How's that? Our fish that was underneath the bait was a trev. That's why he's giving me so much stick. Get in there. Not the snapper we're after, but as I said, 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ. Trevally, flatties, snapper, all sorts of species love it. So that was epic fun. What a cool fish. Have a look at that guy. So there you go, that's the versatility of a jerk bait style plastic. We're flicking it around like a bait fish, imitating that bait that's out there, and anything that's eating that bait is going to get on that little bait fish profile. So that's a nice, chunky, thick little trev. Had some punch, that's for sure. Get that placky out of there. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh. He's well and truly pinned. That HeadlockZ HD hook is perfect for this style of fishing. It's a brutally strong hook. So there we go. There's our fish. There's our 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ. See you, mate. A couple of our favourite jerkbait profiles for fishing the river and estuary are the 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ and the 3.75-inch StreakZ. We'll show you the difference between them because there's not a lot of length difference, but there is a bit of bulk difference when you're fishing those plastics. So our 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ, a few favourites include Shiner, Red Bone Glow, and that Coconut Ice Glow. And then in our 3.75-inch StreakZ, I love that Shiner, Motor Oil, Nuke Pilchard Glow, Red Bone Glow. They're all great colours for a snapper, but also for a flathead or a jewfish, trevally. Lots of species eat a jerkbait because it looks like a little bait fish. So that's our 3.75-inch StreakZ, and that's our 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ. So you can see, even though they're only slightly different in length, they're very different in bulk. So if you're looking for a larger, more bulky profile, that 4-inch centered Jerk ShadZ is the go. If the bait's really small, we switch it out to this guy. So both baitfish profiles, that's both in the shiner color, but you can see the difference in terms of the actual bulk of that plastic. Fish have no problem eating the jerkbait profile because there's a fair bit of tail in there, so when they bite it, that plastic just folds away. So we generally fish this little guy on a 2.0. So I like to run it on a HeadlockZ HD from TT in a 1/4 ounce 2.0. You can go down to a 1/8 or 1/6 if you want a lighter presentation. And then we run a 3.0 or even a 4.0 in that 4-inch center jerk shad. You can see all that tail movement there. So the cool thing with the jerkbait style profile is lots of action in there, but we provide the action. So we can shake it and twitch it and fish it aggressively, or we can fish it very subtly with that movement. So the lack of movement means less drag. So a long cast, it gets down there quick, and then we can apply that action to the plastic to get the bite. So if you're looking for a cool bait fish imitation, that's the 3.75-inch streaks from ZMan and the 4-inch centered jerk shads. Oh, not a real big one, but he's got a bit of go about him. You can normally tell when it's a snapper and a better fish because they'll just pick it up straight off the bottom. So he's a good pan-sized fish, that one. So that's a real nice snapper, pan-sized fish, 3.75-inch streaks, and that 1/4 2.0. I like that 2.0 in that bit smaller plastic. So that'd be a legal snapper. Just fishing in around about 4 meters. We've moved out a bit deeper here, fishing 4 or so meters, just around some rubble. And we've been catching quite a few Moses perch. The Moses perch, as much as they are a pain, they let you know that your lure's in the right place. You're in around that rock and rubble and that sort of thing. So there you go, beautiful little pan-sized snapper. Oh yep, straight to some bait. There's a bit of bait out there. That's that bait. That's why I'm going to hit the spot lock. We don't want to move too far. But that bait is what that big eye trevally was holding on. So chances are this could be another trev, but you never know. We've got that beautiful little bait fish profile on. And how's that? In amongst that bait getting blown up there was this guy. How crazy is that? That little snapper pushing up from under the bait. So that's why we always cast to that bait that's chopping up, because it could be these guys underneath it pushing it up. Oops, sorry buddy. So he's not a big fish, but good fun on that 2 to 4 kilo gear, and scoff that 3.75-inch streaks, that one in motor oil colour. So there you go. Find the bait, find the fish. Make sure if you see that bait chopping up on the top, get a lure in there. All right, so our tide's flowing across here. It's dropping out, but we'll just punch a long cast out there. And we're just going to give that plastic time to get down to the bottom. So you just got to be watching that line and getting ready for that bite, because fish will often pick it up and run with it on the drop. Otherwise, we're getting it down to the bottom, a few hops and shakes, and then we let it fall back down to the bottom again. And we're just imitating a bait fish. So we're hopping it up, so the bait fish is darting up, and then it's like it's dying and it's gliding back down to the bottom. And those fish are in there feeding. There's all sorts of fish feeding up over this rubble. So they're looking for those injured and dying bait fish, as well as anything that's sort of twitching and flicking around the place. A little bit of bait up the front here as well. So we're letting that fall to the bottom. Give it a bit of time, get down there on that slow fall on that 1/4 ounce head. A few meters of water. Give it those couple of twitches. Back down on the bottom again. Oh, that's nice. Oh, black Mamba putting the hurt on it. ITX CB, nice and smooth. Beautiful combo. That one's spooled up with TT React Braid on there. Beautiful braid. And I've got hard armour leader on here, Platypus hard armour. So it's all set up for landing these fish, that's for sure. Beautiful combo, nice and light, nice and smooth. And got that powerful tip in the black Mamba that allows us to punch a long cast and also control that plastic, set the hook and land the snapper. Oh, come on buddy. Oh, come on, get in here. Oh, been a nice little session, that's for sure. Oh, come on mate, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. In the net. Oh, that's a good fish. He has absolutely scoffed that plastic. Beautiful jaw hinge hook up. That mustard HeadlockZ HD. It's a black nickel, chemically sharpened hook, mustard hook, beautiful strong hook. Snapper are a very strong jig head destroying species, lots of teeth in there, they really mess things up. He's chewed up the head on that jig head a bit, so you want a good solid hook if you are trying to pull these guys away from the structure and the reef. So that's only a 2.0 hook because it fits that plastic so well, but that's a mustard hook. It's a brutally strong black nickel chemically sharpened hook, and that's that HeadlockZ HD, where any sort of larger fish you're wanting to target or those jig head destroying species, that HeadlockZ HD is a great hook. So there you go, that's another nice snapper, fishing our jerkbait style plastics. Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. That's what we want to get that head up, get him out of the rock. Come on, mate. That feels pretty solid. Oh, on that 3.75 inch StreakZ. That felt a bit rough. He was down around a bit of rough gear then. 3.75 inch StreakZ. Beautiful little bait fish imitation. We're on the, oi, what do we got jumping in the background? Turtle bomb. Might just spot lock to hold us here, so we might get another shot. Righto, that's a beautiful looking fish. We'll get the net under him. That's the, oh, there he is in the water. Beautiful looking fish, here he comes. You can see that leader. Beautiful snapper. Oh, we switched it up that time. That's the motor oil colour, which is always a favourite, no matter what plastic you're fishing. Even in that jerkbait profile, that motor oil colour, it just lights up in the water. Need a net man. Where's my net man? Get in there. Yes. Yes, that's a beautiful fish. Oh, look at that. Those jerkbait profiles are fantastic for chasing these guys. A wide variety of species will eat them. They look like a bait fish. Flick them around out there. That leader's roughed up from where he's been in around the rocks. That's pretty brutal. And he's just pinned in the lip. Have a look at that. What a magical fish. 3.75 inch StreakZ, motor oil colour, quarter 2.0. And that is absolutely spectacular fish. All right, folks, there we go. That is what we came for. So we've had a bit of fun catching some Moses perch, a few snapper, got ourselves a nice little trevally, and what a fish to finish on. That is an absolute cracker snapper, fishing those jerkbait style profiles. In that case, the 3.75 inch ZMan StreakZ. If you want to chase a snapper as that water starts to clear, check out those jerkbait profiles, deadly profile, cast long, get down there quick, and they get the bites. Fish on.